Assalamu alaikum. It's nice to see both of you here. And topic being, we are actually introspecting the leadership of the political India today. We all remember the great leaders who worked for the freedom. Many names are there: Gandhiji, then Netaji, Subhash Chandra Bose, and even if you talk from the Muslim side, Ashfaqullah Saab, then many leaders. We can just talk. There's so many we cannot just bring into this discussion now. But can we find such leadership in today's time, in the 21st century? 2019 elections are coming very close by. So do we see any leader who has some vision for this country? And how far are we sailing towards a flourishing India now? That's the real concern with which we are having a discussion. We see you as emerging leaders for the future India. We would like to hear from you. What are your thoughts?
You really coined it very beautiful. You said a leader for India. It is very easy to become a leader for India. It is very difficult to become a leader for a particular community, because a shelf life of a community leader is very small, because his requirements, his vision gets very, very much confined. When you become a leader for India, you would become a leader for technology, you would become a leader for people's problem for education, you become a leader for people's problem for caste discrimination, which is happening across the community. So, it is important to become a leader for India. If the names you said, Ashfaqullah Khan is as respected, Batak Mian Ansari is as respected as Mahatma Gandhi,
right?
Because their contribution is humongous and huge. But on contrary, you can see a lot of community leaders, both from Hindus and Christians and Sikhs, who are far forgotten. When you emerge as a national leader, that is a huge lacuna today. And there is a huge space for a Muslim to go into that frame and to make himself a larger-than-life picture.
The emergence of leadership in India has to have a very broad vision. Community leaders extinguish themselves. They destroy the society. Like we see many leaders. Here I'd like to differ. Unfortunately, the democratic system in India is so dynastic, so corrupted, that it is giving rise to such dynastic community and street leaders, I don't want to take names, who don't have a vision. Now, we should talk about it. Statesman. Here I would like to state that the BJP leader, with all due respect to him, Modi, he is the man who introduced demonetization GST, which is, I think, is very secular. Let's not go into the economic aspect of it. It hit his own constituency. Very recently. And even his recent budget, it hit the middle class.
Right.
I would say, I will say that, he has failed as the economist, and maybe will say that he has failed. But he has the courage of conviction. I wish we had leaders like that from the community, who would have a broader vision, who would take decisions which are in the interest of in the community. See, the leader is, what is the leader? Leader should show a vision. Yeah. Speaking communities, I had to speak with anguish. Do we have a leader like that in community, who can integrate the community with the mainstream majority in community? Who can make the, yes, there is a complete breadth of such leaders. The leaders are trying to cultivate their mixed constituencies where there are Hindus and Muslims. How? By doles, by crumbs. There is no social empowerment. Forget about social transformation. So it is time that, we have literate leaders, very good leaders, iconoclastic leaders, not in the sense of, going against the society or anything. Leaders who think out of the box, who think of the nation. Religion is a very personal thing. It is a matter of faith. This is how you relate to God. Right. You cannot wear it on your sleeve and say that, my religion, this is what my religion said, and this is how I'm going to, behave in a certain political entity which you call your own country.
Okay. Today's discussion in the media or even in the political forum is reduced to cow, and it is reduced to interreligious marriages, and we are focusing most of our time in mudslinging each other's party. People have lost their vision altogether. They don't have a vision at all, I feel. What is that people can dream of India to be in the next 10 years? I would like to say at a short term, what could be your vision? I'm just throwing away the question. In the next 10 years, what is your vision?
See, the more they are pushing towards communalism, India is becoming more secular. India is becoming more secular.
Yes.
My hope is towards India, because the young minds today are absolutely thinking of emerging as rich, powerful, and they know that India is one of the 4 or 5 countries in the world which is growing. And second part about India is a young country. We are a young democracy. We are still evolving. We are still emerging, developing. India is definitely in next 10 years, I would say that a competition is going to be very fierce. The competition is not going to see whether you have a longer beard or no beard, or you are going to wear nose ring or earring. The opportunity is going to be huge and humongous, and the competition is going to be fierce. Whether you are a Hindu, Christian, Dalit, Sikh, anybody, please be ready for the competition.
Okay.
And you have to excel, because the opportunities are huge in this country.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Shahryar Khan, what is your thought? What do you dream of India to be the next 10 years?
See, it is not the business of the government of the day to involve himself in spiritual matters.
Okay.
Like Tanveer said, it is the job of ulama, misguided or guided. That is something else. It is a material improvement of the people. Now, how well are you going to provide Bijli, Sadak, road and all that? There is a social economy because of this government. You said, like you rightly said, co-vigilance system, advocacies and all that. This is not required in India. I think the younger generation is going to transcend those barriers. And I would definitely like to corroborate what Tanveer has said. This extreme communalization is going to lead to a secularization of India. People are going to throw. People are finally going to ask, what is that you are going to give me? What is the metric? Will I get a car? Will I have a house? Or should I talk about cow and instant triple talags and women and all these things?
Very well said. It was very profound to have both of you as emerging leaders. We'd like to see you all do wonderful things for our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much.